The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Does anyone actually know what's going on here?
I literally have no idea.
Help.
We're 20 whatever. Hi.
Hey.
And hello. Welcome back to 20 Whatever. Happy Wednesday. Today, I am very excited to say that we are doing an episode that has been long awaited, very requested.
Oh, yes.
We are going to be reading your guys' hottest hot takes.
And that's hot.
And that's hot. So hot. That's very Paris Hilton.
I mean, we grew up with The Simple Life, Miss Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie running around and being like, that's hot.
It's hot.
And that was like a very, very like trendy little soundbite.
Oh, yeah.
Back before
Everything
trending sounds existed.
Yeah, the trending sound was, that's hot.
That's hot.
So hot.
I do want to give a little shout out to Miss Paris Hilton because I feel like her character arc as of late.
Oh my God, iconic.
You are doing so much, Miss Paris Hilton, and we see you.
Yes.
And like,
I saw her in a pic. I was like, me casually scrolling through Instagram, seeing her and Ollie like taking a picture together. I was like, not Ollie and Paris Hilton.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, because she has like a new, what is
love
it?
Ollie.
Makeup? I mean, I love Ollie too. Ollie, if you're watching, Illy, so
Oh my gosh,
much.
we love you. Truly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Paris Hilton, I don't know if it's makeup or hair.
She just did a cookware.
Something.
She did a cookware line with Walmart, I remember, because I remember seeing the cute little pink and heart-shaped cookware. And I was like,
my audience. I need that.
Paris Hilton.
Right.
This is cute.
Somebody said they read her book and she talked a lot about her like childhood stuff and it was like really rough. I now that I said somebody, I'm like, I definitely think of Sierra. I'm like, somebody was just telling me they was reading the book. Yeah. And
Our girl Sierra.
She said, but she said that she was just like, it was a kind of like a hard read, obviously, because she was just talking about like growing up like in the space, like in the industry as a kid and everything like that. But that she's like kind of come like full circle and is like really advocating for other kids, which is beautiful.
It's really great to see her and like hear about how like, you know, for a long time she was put in that box of like, oh, she's that dumb blonde, right?
Right.
And that
like
was
just a party girl.
And that was the shtick she was playing, but that was a character she was playing and she was in on the joke.
Yep.
And I think that that's so great to be like, I know that they think I'm dumb and stupid, but allow me to use that to my advantage.
Right.
So, Miss Paris Hilton, we see you and thank you for what you're doing to the world, the contributions. Amen.
Yeah, I love that.
I feel like her, Miss Trisha Paytas, and Tana are like the girly pops right now on the scene that are like having their character arc.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Now that
good girl.
Trisha is like a mom and stuff, like people are like taking her like way more seriously and like also she's not doing as many unhinged things as she was once doing, so it's easy to not, you know, it's easy to be like, oh, you're growing. But yeah, she's definitely having her. I mean, Lindsay Lohan too is like back acting, like doing a lot of stuff and her kids and everything like that. So people are like, oh my God, Lindsay.
Dude.
Which is crazy. Like, yes, I'm glad she's getting her flowers now, but like you guys really, not you, obviously not you guys, but you guys, the collective, the earth, the universe, the people, really ran her into the ground. And now they're like, Lindsay, we love you.
I know.
She's like, no, you guys don't. You really,
she was another one of those stars that we just like, unfortunately, the industry, I think, just took what they could get and used her and then tossed her to the side a little bit. And you know what?
Just like they did Britney Spears, made her out to seem like crazy and that she can't handle it and that she's just a teen star or whatever, mental health, whatever they want to say.
Right.
But that's like not... Yeah, she was a teenager. And do you know what it's like to be a teenager? A regular teenager.
I know. If we could all really, especially like us as we get older, I think, and I try to tell myself that now. So when I get older, continue to get older, I don't feel like lose the touch kind of fine. And I'm like, let's continue to like, as we're here, Paloma, let's take a temperature check and remember this. Like, when if you have a kid one day, if they're like losing their mind about high school or whatever situation, let's remember how important, how vital that was to them and like not undervalue. Invalidate. Yeah. So I feel like when you see people judging someone young like that and stuff like that, you're like, do you not remember what it was like to be a teenager? Do you not remember what it was like to be dumb?
And then also let's add on the fact that like, millions of people are talking shit about you and you're 15.
And you're a celebrity.
And adults are talking about you and taking pictures of you and posting you.
And this was the time of the 2000s when, I mean, in addition to the exactly. The paparazzi was like their job of Miss Paris Hilton was to go from place to place to be seen. That was her working, like literally being seen leaving clubs. And so I'm sure that she also felt the pressure of like having to be in the public eye and have to do this and have to do that. And she was young, and you know what? I'm just glad to see her acting again.
I know. I'd love to see it. We love to see it, ladies. Great job.
She released a new movie on Netflix, and I remember I actually texted my dad about it. I was like, Dad, for St. Patrick's Day, you and Mom might want to check out this movie, The Irish Wish. Yeah, and it was on Netflix. I haven't seen it just yet, but I told my parents to watch it, and my dad was like, it was cute. We really enjoyed it.
Aww.
He does like chick flicks and Hallmark movies, so I do want to preface that.
Right. Like this might not be an Oscar-winning film.
Yeah, I know, and I have not seen it, so I don't want to preface, but I do want to see it because I love supporting, like, you know, our TBT actors.
And with that has nothing to do with anything. We're going to be reading your hottest takes.
These are all from Instagram, so if you don't follow 20 whatever on Instagram, go check them out. When we do stuff like this or Q&As, it's usually up there first. Mm-hmm. And that's a great place to participate if you want to.
You want to start us off?
Ooh, the very first one.
Drum roll.
As you're holding your mic.
Right.
That brrr makes me think of Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when they're like, all right, Clark, turn on the lights. Give me a
Oh, yeah.
And they're like,
and like he can't turn the lights on. Yeah.
I'm sure it was beautiful, Clark.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have to watch that every Christmas.
Same.
Comment below if you also TV watch that every Christmas.
Comment below if your dad also makes you watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay. No, me trying to pretend I'm half asleep. I'm a Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. Hot take. Greatest Christmas movie of all time. Yeah. I'm just kidding. But also some may agree. Okay.
My dad would.
Yeah.
My dad would be like, this is the best Christmas movie ever.
You're like, okay, hot take.
No,
because all the guys of his generation.
I have heard that as a hot take, but for Die Hard, which I've seen once and I don't remember. No, that it is a Christmas movie.
Oh, I have heard that.
What?
I have heard that. Yeah.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
Well, it's similar to the argument that like a lot of people place. Like Mean Girls to me is a Halloween movie because it takes place on Halloween like
Halloween
twice
party.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And for like the Harry Potter series, it's always almost a year. And there's always a big Yuletide thing or that breaks up the thing. And so they associate it because usually you're not seeing in like non-Christmas or non-holiday things. You're not really seeing holiday things up and close.
Right.
I see.
Anyways, give us that first take.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Our first hot take on the board, we have Ella Grayson Shirk. Their hot take is Forrest Gump is an overrated movie. Sorry.
Oh.
My dad would disagree, but I think I agree with you.
Oh, overrated. Well, I think that there's a reason why so many people talk about it. Like,
I mean, it's an award-winning film. Pretty iconic.
I mean, it's pretty iconic.
Yeah.
And so,
overrated. I mean, here's the thing. I think that word sometimes, I feel like we are like, overrated means bad, but overrated doesn't mean bad.
Okay.
Overrated means that it's got a bit too much hype. Like, it's not that good.
When sometimes something oversaturated, I think can easily fall in the overrated category.
Yeah, like people are like, Beyonce's overrated, Taylor Swift's overrated, and you're like, that doesn't mean that I think they're bad, right? Like they're not saying that, but they're like, it's not.
Yeah.
So,
well,
interesting. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think I agree with this hot take, but
fair.
Yeah, I love that movie, and I think that's probably in one of my top 10 movies.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, top 10 for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, love that movie.
Period.
For sure.
I mean, great movie.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Okay, I just have to take a second to talk about Caraway. I am obsessed with them. Literally, having their iconic cookware set has made me actually start cooking. And by cooking, I mean ramen. I have been using their 3-quart saucepan to cook my ramen in. I even get to add my eggs, cheese, kimchi, and green onions all in the pot and none of it sticks. I can't remember the last time I tried to make ramen with all of those ingredients and not have the cheese just stick everywhere. But with Caraway, that's so not a problem for me. I also love that there's no chemicals with Caraway. Caraway Home's non-toxic kitchenware features a chemical-free ceramic coating, so food can be prepared with a peace of mind that no hard-to-pronounce chemicals will leach into your healthy ingredients. And I'm not the only one who loves Caraway. Over 65,000 people have rated 5 stars about their Caraway cookware sets. I also love that the set comes with an organization system that fits perfectly in my tiny apartment kitchen. And Caraway's internet-famous kitchenware is a staple for any home or apartment, and comes in various modern shades to fit any design aesthetic. And we all know how I feel about aesthetics, so I got the cream one because I know that it'll fit my kitchen no matter where I decide to move or what my kitchen may look like in the future. With so many collections to explore, there's sure to be a Caraway for every kind of cook. And just as a reminder, their iconic cookware set comes with the saute pan, fry pan, Dutch oven, and saucepan, plus lids for all of them, a canvas lid holder, and magnetic pan rack for storage. It's the ultimate kitchen setup and will save you $150 versus buying these items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/20, you can get an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive to our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/20 or use code 20 at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
All right. Oh, sorry, I handed that to you. So
It's
weird.
okay.
Excuse me. I'll try
it's
better
fine.
next time.
No, it is really okay.
I'm pulling like a Jenner cutting the cucumber like in the most
my
uncomfortable
God,
way.
yes.
Yeah, for our audio listeners, P just, how would you describe
I don't even know how I handed her the
I don't
iPad
know.
incorrectly.
Okay, next hot take. Already disagree. Already. Well, actually, it might change. I don't know. Golden retrievers are not that great. They're very cute, but smelly, drooly, and hairy. And honestly, before we even get crazy with it, I didn't realize how drooly and actually how hairy they are. And with that, I'm like, okay, I don't like it as much.
No.
I know. I mean, here's the thing. Golden retrievers are so cute and so smart and so great with kids and great family dogs, like truly, and so cute. But there's these people that I watch on YouTube and they have one golden retriever and everything they wear, their whole all of it is so hairy. So hairy and drooling. And every time they show the dog, it's got drool everywhere. And I'm like, I know it's not your fault, but I'm not interested.
No, my mom has 2 British labs, and the only real difference is they're a little like stockier and a little bit shorter. And they're very cute, but their hair gets everywhere. Everywhere. And they're not drooly, but they're like dumb. And so when they go drink water, they don't take the second over the bowl. Like I have other friends who have dogs who do this, and maybe they're the anomaly, but they will just like pull away from the water bowl and get water everywhere, like copious amounts, like, ooh, gonna slip and fall. Not just like, oh,
right, like dribble.
that'll
It's
dry.
like, bro, you literally knocked over the water.
It's saboteur.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh,
I
all the
know.
slander towards Airbud. How
No,
could we?
not
I
Airbud.
said
my
nothing
goodness.
about Airbud.
Dude, Airbud King
name.
Airbud.
Oh my gosh.
But sorry, I did not hand it to you, but I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of, I wouldn't get one, I don't think. And I thought I wanted one, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh.
They're cute. I hope somebody gets one because I want to like be around, but I don't want it.
No, it's kind
Yeah.
of like people with kids. You're like, oh, this is great. I'm gonna go home where your hair and this is not here.
Yeah. It's like
And you know what? That was a pretty hot take because to go for like the golden retriever neck, like
I know the people that, dude, the golden retriever people are.
that was brave.
That was brave.
I will say.
You're brave.
You're brave.
You're brave for that one.
All right. Up next, hot take. Fiona shouldn't be an ogre at the end of Shrek.
Oh my God, why? Wait, Fiona should not be an ogre at the end of Shrek.
Wait, I kind of want to know. I wish,
I wish you would have elaborated a little bit. Because, like, why not?
I do love these hot takes, but I also want to know and why.
I know. Interesting.
Oh,
she should not.
But that is a hot take. She shouldn't be an ogre.
So
at the end of
So I guess what they're saying is that she should have been a human.
She should have just stayed like regular Princess Fiona. But isn't like the plot like she has to be an ogre because like no matter what, like that's who she actually is, like natural, like
Well,
No, isn't it a spell? That's a spell.
well, in Shrek 2, we find out that they don't think it's a spell; they think it's natural, right?
Oh,
because
I can't
the
remember.
fairy godmother, or whatever, like turned the dad from a frog into a prince, and like that was their whole origin story. And then she was trying to politically secure herself and her son close to royalty and trying to get them married, and so she
Right.
was interfering.
So was he a frog at first and then asked to be a person? The dad?
Yeah, that's what he asked for a fairy godmother.
So here's what Screen Rant says.
Right.
Fiona was cursed, so she had turned into an ogre between sunset and sunrise since she was little, but the curse was said to be broken when Fiona found true love, and their first kiss would lead her to take like either her true form or the form of her true love.
Oh. Well, so that makes sense. So if she would have kissed Shrek, that still is her true love, and that's would have turned her human. Because all she had to do was kiss her true love. Is that what you're saying?
To fix
Or
the curse.
what was the curse? It was like, and something will take
Prince Charming.
true love's form.
And so
It wasn't talking about her. So if she had fallen in love, if her true love was a human man,
If she fell in love with a black guy, she would have turned black.
Yes.
Iconic.
Yes.
That's what it should have been.
Yeah.
New plot of Shrek.
Yeah, like-
Shrek's a black guy.
So shouldn't be an ogre at the end of the Shrek. All right, well, I guess that, I mean, hot take for sure, hot take.
Yeah.
I mean, because
I'm kind of with the alternative ending though. Like, I mean, I would like to see like what it would be like if she didn't turn into an ogre. Ooh, okay. This is a very hot take. N Narcs says, traveling is overrated. In literally what way? In what way?
you see, I personally would like to see as much as what's on this earth as much as I can, you know? Like,
Right. I'm like, what about traveling is overrated? Seeing other cultures,
immersing
eating
yourself.
other foods, leaving your home.
I could see an argument right now in this economy for the cost of being like,
For sure, but you wouldn't say traveling is overrated.
I know, I'd say it's out of my budget.
I would say it's expensive as
Yeah,
like
I said tickets are so expensive, which by the way, have you seen the ticket prices? I was checking because I wanted to just see what New York had to offer. Oh my God. That
Not
was
what
a
New York had to offer.
joke. That was a joke. I'm trying to get to take Riayn to New York now that he's over the age of 21, and I want him to like really experience New York like that. He said he has went there with his dad, so I'm like, let's just go back, see some Broadway shows, and like do bars. And
Right.
so that's why I need to get to New York. And you're also invited. You didn't even know about this, but I didn't tell you because the tickets were so expensive.
right. She can't afford this.
So I,
Let me save her.
I was like, the budget? No, we don't have the nuts. Sorry, next.
I literally have looked. I think it's comparable, especially to go east from here, but you should look into some of the train routes because they're really cool.
Oh.
Take the train.
Well, you know, we're train girlies. We are still trying to get sponsored by Amtrak. You know,
Amtrak, please. We are.
I'm like,
I have
haha,
so
but
many
also not
points with
haha.
Amtrak. I have so many points with Amtrak.
And let me tell you, fantastic. We love the Wi-Fi. We love the air conditioning.
The snacks,
we
the drinks, the views.
Just sitting on that coaster and taking a little cruise down.
Dude, hell yeah.
Fantastic.
I love it. It's the best thing ever.
I know. I've always wanted to.
So again, that's traveling.
Yeah.
I'm just not with the overrated. I
Yeah.
fully disagree. That's a hot take.
And here's the thing: if you are super
If you're a
comfortable,
homebody, yeah.
if you're a homebody and you're super comfortable and you're like, I really don't want to see what other cultures or other people are doing or other food, or
I don't need to see.
then that does seem kind of overrated because you're like, I don't. So I see that, and
But-
that's fair.
I disagree.
But I will be taking my ass to Japan and
yeah.
trying everything on every corner because I'm like, what the heck
yeah. Well,
has life got to offer? Have you ever found yourself in a tight spot wondering how to beat the system? I remember a time when I was trying to juggle a million things at once, school, work, and life. It felt like every roadblock was unconquerable. And when it comes to buying a home, a car, or even finding a new apartment, a bad credit score can feel like the ultimate roadblock. Luckily, there's Kikoff, a smart, fast, and easy way to build your credit safely every month. I discovered Kikoff when I was desperately searching for ways to boost my credit, and signing up was a breeze. I did it all from my phone in just a few minutes. Kikoff is designed just for credit building, not everyday spending. It's a smart, legit credit hack with no catch and no credit check. Kikoff is incredibly easy and effective. You sign up in minutes, start building credit right away, and use autopay to ensure you never miss a payment. Imagine building credit in your sleep. Plus, there's no credit check and you can cancel at any time. Kikoff is safe and trusted with over 100,000 positive reviews on the App Store. 98% of them are 5 stars. It's the #1 credit building app out there. Kikoff offers 2 plans, the most popular Kikoff Basic at $5 per month and the most powerful Kikoff Premium at $20 per month. It gives you a credit line just for credit building and reports it to the 3 major credit bureaus. And this helps improve key factors that determine your credit. First, your new account diversifies your credit mix immediately. Second, each on-time monthly payment builds your payment history. And third, because the monthly payments are so small,
your credit utilization, the amount of credit you're using, gets healthier fast. Dealing with money in your 20s can be tricky, but Kikoff is a great tool to help you navigate this period. Whether you're preparing to buy a home or just want to improve your credit, Kikoff can give you the boost you need. Join over 1 million people building their credit with a Kikoff credit account today. Get your first month for just $1 at getkikoff.com/20. That's Kikoff without the C, GETKIKOFF.com/20. Special offer applies to the new Kikoff Premium customers for their first month only, subject to approval and only available on getkikoff.com/20. Terms of offer are subject to change.
Up next, we have AirPod Maxes are ugly. Oh. I can kind of see that. They're pretty bulky and they really give that
yeah, you're right.
big ol'.
They're also expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive.
How much
And
are AirPod Maxes, by the way?
I think they're 300 something, 400 something.
On Apple, they're $549.
Oh, so 600 because you're paying for shipping.
Oh my
taxes, and if they
taxes.
do the Apple Care.
Oh, so it's
ma'am.
giving 600 plus.
And then you got to pay for Steve Jobs himself to come and
And
like
you know who
gotta
said
resurrect it.
and you know who
Yeah.
said that she regretted buying them?
who?
Alicia Marie.
Oh, and
She
and
just said, she was like, I don't think they're worth the money. It's not. Go get you some other headphones. And I'm like, right.
I had a friend get them for work. She travels a lot, and she said that they were by far, because she's had a lot of over ear headphones. They were great noise canceling for her.
Yes.
But that she couldn't wear them for too long because they were just like too heavy. They like hurt her head.
Yeah. And apparently the battery life
Well,
sucks.
maybe she has a weak head. So like
Oof.
take that anecdotally.
Right.
Oh,
But
that's tough. I got some headphones off of Amazon. I'm trying to think what they're called so I can like give a good.
You have the
recommendation.
Sony ones.
Okay, I
the
have-
ones that Riayn got you?
Yes.
Those are the Sony ones. And those are really popular, really good. Also expensive, but I don't think as expensive, but they're really good. And I think they're cuter.
I
think they're cute. I
really
think the
love-
AirPod Maxes are cute. I don't think that they're ugly, but I think that the Sony ones are cuter.
If you're looking for a little dupeski, perhaps. Yeah, we'll put them in the description. I got them gifted as like a birthday gift, so I did not. I was not sponsored.
I have a pair of JBLs that are like I think like $80, and they're always on sale.
JBL's really
love
good
them.
too.
Big
And the
on
battery
JBL.
lasts forever.
Yeah.
I
And then
actually
you're wearing a pair of Sennheiser right now that
yeah,
I normally
yeah.
wear off camera. And those ones are super nice because I have a pair of those too. And
Yeah.
those are like $79.99 normally.
Yeah. Which, as we're chatting about headphones, did you guys even notice that I'm not even wearing my pink headphones?
You know they noticed.
I know you noticed. And you've seen the handhelds. You see all the cool different
I know.
stuff.
I'm like, you seeing all of our stuff.
I know, but we are getting different headphones. We had a little technical
We had a
situation
technical
with my
difficulty.
headphones, so that's why I'm not in pink.
What's the joke? It's like mercury's in the microwave. Like we've been having crazy technical issues and ones that we like really haven't had before.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
So Mercury in retrograde currently is happening while we're on set this weekend.
Yeah, someone
and,
take it out of the microwave, please.
Please.
It's
Anyway.
grabbing us by the neck.
Oh, another one from NNarcs. You got a lot to say. iPads are not as useful as people.
Oh my god! No, as she's reading it. off
iPads
an
are
iPad.
not as useful as people make them to be. Typing on them feels wrong. The typing, I do agree, is really weird because it's
do
not
agree.
giving two hands.
I really loved them for sheet music, taking them to because I could just doop doop doop.
Ryan's giving a visual right now. She's trying to see how she feels. How does it feel?
I mean, yes. It definitely feels weird. Like, I definitely wouldn't want to be, like, in my bed, like,
Yeah, no, I definitely see that.
Imagine dropping this on your face.
Which I often do
No.
drop my phone on.
That's
my
what I'm
face.
saying. Like,
I don't have an iPad. No,
I don't either.
Nor have I had an iPad, so I really can't say. But to be honest, I want
one.
I just see like the swipiness.
I want an iPad. I want one.
I think I want one just so I can like we've mentioned before, getting like the editing on desktop on here, and I think I can have a better precision for editing here than
When
on
you
my
can
phone
get,
because the screen's so small.
Bluetooth
Right.
keyboards and stuff for them. Logitech sells a couple
totally.
really nice ones that like feel nice.
Kenzie literally uses her iPad as a laptop.
Well, as I use an iPad right now, can't complain.
yeah. It's a good time.
Looking into getting one, but
I know I do want one.
all right. Next hot take we have: you don't have to walk down the aisle with your dad.
Ooh.
I agree.
I also agree. I don't think you have to do literally anything.
I completely agree with
You
that.
can do whatever you want at your wedding.
I stand by that, and I would like to elaborate a little bit because I feel like when it comes to weddings, they're just so like traditionally, and you have to do this because that's how we've always been doing it. But if we continue with the we've always been doing this and this is
then
tradition,
we'll always just do that.
then we're always just going to be doing this. And you're also not leaving room for what do they want. Because you don't have to walk like down the aisle with your dad. If you feel like you want your mother, you want your best friend, you want your sister, you want to do it by yourself.
The way no one. This is a runway, bitch. Everybody turn around and look at me.
And walk.
And I'm walking down to now, sissy, that walk.
That
Everyone's
is
supposed to be
exactly
like
what I was
giving you away.
Yeah. RuPaul is officiating the wedding.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Somebody write that down.
Let's look into that.
I feel like you guys would love to talk about weddings more, especially
Oh
the
my
unconventional
God.
stuff.
Yes.
I would like to do a weddings hot take because I know that we were like giving a lot of like what we thought, but I mean in the comments we then saw like everyone giving hot takes and I was like, I think I want to hear your guys' hot takes.
Yes.
So actually,
because we do have more to say.
So if you guys are interested in a hot take wedding episode sort of situation, comment below. Let us know if you're interested. We are always open to topic and ideas. We'll chat about anything. Just let us know what you want to hear, babies.
If it wasn't clear, we'll talk about anything.
We'll give you anything you want. I'm just kidding.
If you're an audio only listener, Paloma just opened her legs wide up for you. So.
I was bot-mying. Thank you so much.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
Next, please.
Okay. Stopper with 4 R's says churches should be taxed. I agree.
Wait, churches are not being taxed currently?
No.
Aren't they considered nonprofits?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Churches get tax exempt status because they are a nonprofit. Nonprofits spend the money they receive for some underlying purpose, and there are no owners who receive a profit from the entity.
But that's not true. Like, we know that, like, tithes and offering obviously pays for the building, right? Pays for the church building, pays for the people that clean it, pays for the whatever, but it also pays for the pastors because most pastors don't have another job. Like, that's their job. And the people of the church know what the tithes, and obviously it's not going into the sky to heaven. They know, they know that they're paying the pastor's salary or whatever it is. And I just saw something on Twitter like the other day that was like, this pastor of wherever has like a bajillion $1 million mansion and like cars as fuck and like all this stuff, and like goes on the TV to be like, make sure you tithes and offerings, you know, the Lord, blah, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Sus. So that's, I mean,
Feels wrong.
It's a hot take because, you know, I mean, I understand why it's a hot take, but I agree.
I agree.
I do believe that churches need to be taxed.
Up next, hot take. Use the baby names, even if it's your relatives. If it's your baby's name, it's your baby's name.
What does that mean?
Not putting a limit on yourself of what you can and can't use because, like, you know someone with that name.
Right, because if it's your baby's name, it's your
I
baby's
see.
name. So it's like, but was this, I guess my tea about this is like deciding beforehand. Like if this was already on your list and then you have a relative that ends up being named what you were going to name your baby, if you already had that name on your list, go ahead. That was your baby's name, right? But like if you are taking inspiration due to a relative or a friend or something like that, I do see that I'm not as down because that just feels a little
Intimate.
I don't know. Yeah, it just feels a little intimate me sharing like my name, and I guess that's why women don't share the names of what they're thinking of naming their baby because they're afraid of sharing
I
it.
think
I guess
if somebody looked at you and completely unprompted were like if I was like, Paloma, I'm pregnant and I'm naming it Paloma, you would look at me like, what did you just say to me? Because why would I tell you that?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So I see.
Right.
There's a difference between a name and a namesake.
Yeah. And like literally naming someone after someone else, like that's fine. People do that all the time. Like literally everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I see what you mean. If you're like, your hairdresser's like, oh my God, you're also pregnant just like me. What are you going to name your baby?
Jake.
Oh my God, Jake. Oh my God, I love that name. Me too. I mean, that could make you feel a type of way, but
But also you want to name your baby Jake.
name your baby Jake.
I mean, I named the baby Jake, but like
right.
to be mad. Also, that's the thing too. To be mad that other people have the most generic name. That's like me literally being upset that everyone's name is Riayn.
Right.
Well, that's the most basic name anyone could have, and so it's fine. You know?
Yeah.
It's okay that I'm not special in that way.
It's one of those, again, it really is how you feel about it. And like, yeah, you could feel a type of way for them stealing your name, but also it does not belong to you.
Yeah, and you heard it from someone else too. Like you heard it. You didn't just make it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, unless you really made that name up and no one has ever, then girl, you also were influenced by someone else. So you didn't come up with that.
Yeah.
So let's have some grace and like
And
maybe
just
we could
use
all.
the name also.
And
Who
yeah,
cares? Next hot take. The Barbie movie was so overrated. I agree.
I agree.
I liked it.
Agreed.
Good movie. But it definitely was baby's first feminism.
I think that was
baby
funny.
first feminism, yeah, for sure. But it was good. I thought it was cute.
They were like, that movie changed the world for
Feminism.
women and stuff. And like, yeah.
And like, and you know what? We talked about this. For some people, it was necessary, and that is what they needed.
And that was the first time they've ever exposed to that
Not
concept.
everybody's here with us, you
Yeah.
know? And they need the Barbie movie, and if that's the way they're going to get there, that's fine.
Well, and
I'm
I
okay
think
with that.
because everybody went and saw it and it was like such a, kind of fanfare
A little
moment to dress
overhyped,
up.
yeah.
Well, you had people who maybe they were all there with it, but who hadn't sat in the same room and heard the same thing at the same time. Because I felt like that was the cool part for me of like seeing it. Because I just enjoyed it.
Right.
But it was like going and seeing it with my mom, who like I'm probably not seeing a lot of movies with now because we're busy. But making time for that, and like my boyfriend came, and like my
Right.
mom's friend who I've known since I was a kid came, like, and it was a moment where we're all like, oh, we just went and did that together.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's what made it special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're here to support the women of the industry, creating a movie
About
from a woman to tell a woman's story just for Mr. Ryan Gosling to get nominated for I'm Just Ken. And you know what? That is
fine.
also the
He was
plot
Ken
of
enough.
the movie.
That is also the point. Yeah.
So I completely agree, my friend. I hope that there's more.
Overrated. But I loved it. I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
Had a great time.
Adorable, great acting, great.
Would watch again.
We'll definitely see it.
recommend.
Yeah, and I think visually it was just so like,
I was living for it.
wow, this is awesome.
One was
I
one of
liked
those like not that it was a theatrical set, but like they were using practicals for most of the entire movie, which they haven't done in ages. Like
Yeah.
it was a feat. They also filmed it, I think, in chronological order, which also rarely happens.
Yeah, they don't do that
It was
anymore.
cool. Like the
Love
production
that.
behind Barbie, I would love to know more.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that set. Imagine driving up to Barbie Land and getting to work there.
And
That
you're
is
like,
so,
like this is
oh
not
my
green
God.
screen.
I know.
Like, this is a real set.
I know. That was so cool and like not been done in a while. So
Yeah.
again, something we haven't seen in a hot minute or
It
we
could be
need to see,
multiple
but
things
I
at
see,
once.
But I see, yeah. Multiple things at once. We don't have to put it
overrated, but I also think it gave what needed to give.
Well, and like you said earlier, overrated doesn't mean bad.
It really
necessarily.
it doesn't. It doesn't
Amen.
necessarily. Yeah.
All right. Up next, we have pitties are the sweetest dogs.
Oh, absolutely agree.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I also maybe hot take. I think that they are the cutest dog.
They're big old blockheads.
Yeah, I think that they are like the actual, like they have the cutest faces of all the dogs, in my
Their
opinion.
faces.
I think they're the best snugglers.
They're so cute, and
They're
when
so
they get
cute.
a bad rep, I feel so bad. We're
I
putting
know.
all pitties in a box,
I
and we
know,
shouldn't
I
be
know.
labeling like them as evil or
Dude,
bad.
and
or
also
bad
not
dogs.
to do this and not to do it, not to do it.
What? I know what you're
Why
going
do
to say.
guys make everything about race? But it's racism. A lot of black people have pit bulls, like a lot, and and also a lot of pit bulls are bred to be like. What are they called? Not fighters, but like also, I mean, everybody knows that pit bulls can get like huge and you can like literally see they're like walking around on their knuckles. Like, yeah, obviously you can build them to be like that. And like sometimes they're scary, but like all dogs are sometimes really scary because they're animals. It's just like, I don't like pit bulls because this and this. And it's like, let's think about more reasons than what you think you know.
Yeah, and
know?
and it's again tough to put that blanket statement over that one dog over that whole breed. You know, you're just like, all right, well, you're like, all right, well, I also have had so many experiences with other dogs that are so terrible.
Crazy. Hot take. Ryan and P are lovers. Not a hot take. The truth.
I was gonna say
We are.
those are facts.
Those are facts.
factual.
Factual. Carfax. We are. I know that's not what you want us to say. You want us to be like, no, We're not gay.
No, we are absolutely in love, and I stand by this. But we're here till the end. You will see us probably one day in a retirement home. Like,
Yeah.
hey guys, welcome back to 80 whatever.
Literally.
The girls are in the home.
Bro, it's literally us till the wheels fall off.
Yeah. Who's to say? I don't know where my journey ends. I absolutely.
That part.
Riayn and Paloma are lovers, which Riayn will never know. We'll never know. All right, from Peyton Vernon. Cold pizza is better than hot pizza. Oh. That is a hot take, my friend. I mean, look, cold pizza does hit.
Cold pizza hits.
But
I just like my food hot, so I'm always gonna go with a hot meal.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over a hot meal too. Yeah. But nothing hits it like a cold pizza, like in the middle of the night when you're just rummaging around like a
where
rat.
you're like, I just need something quickly.
Ugh, and then
but that's gonna hit.
And actually, while we're on the topic of pizza, I think my hot take might be that pizza should absolutely have pineapple on it. Like, oh my gosh, I feel like,
But not cold. That's where you lose me.
and I was, and maybe that's a hot take because I was just about to say, because cold pizza, when I bite into it and it has that pineapple, I'm like, oh, this is juicy.
Oh, because the pineapple is cold, right?
And I really like it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm a pineapple on pizza girl too. What?
I just looked down and it says, I don't trust people who like pineapple on pizza.
Not that.
I was like, were these categorized in that way? Because
No.
I swear to God, you don't trust me, and I respect that.
Savvy Maya.
And I think I'm a pretty trustworthy person, and palate wise, you know, I think
I think it's
But
but that's okay. I mean,
it makes
that's
people
fair.
uneasy, and I
don't know why. It does.
It
People
does.
are really passionate about the pineapple pizza conversation. Like passionate.
What is something you will not eat on pizza? For me, it's olives. I want to like olives. My whole family likes them. I just can't.
olives.
I just can't.
Absolutely olives.
I'll eat anything. I don't know. Pizza honestly just tastes like bread and sauce. Like even if there's stuff on it, like I'm like, it's really not that. We can't really get that crazy with it. Like the sauces, like that's what makes it the most different to me. Like red sauce, white sauce, barbecue sauce, like that's how I'll know. But like you can put whatever. I'm just gonna eat it. Like I don't know. I don't really care.
She's like,
I'll eat anything.
I just like pizza.
Yeah, I think pizza's good. Ooh, love this. This is from Danielle Nicolo. Danielle says, High School Musical 3 is the best High School Musical. That's a hot take. That's a hot take. But I don't know that I don't think I can agree, but I do see you and I feel you and I hear you and
the production level was the highest. The money,
Absolutely.
the budget was
It
in
was
the
set
budget.
up to be the best.
Yes.
I was going to say.
I would agree with that.
Theatrically and everything wise. Like that was when everyone already knew their characters well. They had already bonded. They had budget. They had rehearsal
When they were
time.
saying goodbye.
Yeah, girl.
Yes.
So I see
And
it.
you know what?
I see that. So
And maybe.
I agree.
I could maybe. Oh, yeah, I'm with it, girl.
Yeah. And with that, my paper memories hot take is alcohol is overrated.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I absolutely
do agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like to drink and I like to, have a good time, but I do think that it's not, I do think it should be a little less normalized, I think.
And glamorized, for sure.
Yeah. I think if we're going to treat like all the other substances like super aggressively, we should probably treat alcohol the same.
Agreed, yeah.
Because it's like ruining people's lives like literally every day.
For sure.
Like killing
Absolutely.
people. So
No,
I think
absolutely.
that like, and like here's the thing, yeah, I'm here to have a good time and like let's take shots and it's cool and it's fine. But just like everything can get away from you.
And in moderation.
And in moderation, yeah. But I agree. I think it's
overrated, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jamie Merrill says, Star Wars is a no-go for me. Sorry. Ooh, hot take. But also, that's fair. It's fair. I feel like you just have to really want to like it to really care.
I watched whichever, it might have been like the second one. I don't remember the order, but whichever one has Padme and Anakin when he's like angry at Anakin. And I remember seeing it way too young, like by myself on a VHS. And I remember just like conceptually sobbing. And it took me like years and years and years. I didn't watch Star Wars until I was maybe like 16, 17.
I've seen Star Wars so many times. I do not care about it at all. Like, I fully appreciate it for what it is. And like, I'm so here to say like, it's legendary, iconic, and like for sure. And I like know some stuff, but I just like do not care. And I just don't think anyone can make me care.
And I have only seen them all once. all the way through one time, like literally last year. So I'm
And is
so
that
new
enough
here.
for you? Like, are you good?
I think that I just want to watch only.
Revenge
I think
of
it's
the
the fourth
Sith.
one again.
Revenge of the Sith?
Is that the one with Annie?
Yeah, that's the third one.
Oh, maybe that's the one.
Yeah, when he... Spoilers! This movie is so fucking old. But, like, you know what? When he's, like, becomes Darth Vader, basically.
Yeah, maybe that's the one. I can't remember, but there's
No,
probably,
when he's the hottest, it's that one.
You know the one I want to watch
because
again,
it made
but
us
other than
all
that-
feel a type of way.
For me, it was sad.
It was sad, and it was tragic, but I was like, God, he's hot.
And I just want to throw in that, like, obviously watching it all through at the beginning, like, you did have to see some lower quality moments because we did have some of the original
80s.
movies. So I do see also harder for, like, this generation to potentially get into it because I also was like, was the shot on a potato? Like,
Yeah,
this, and
right.
that's okay.
Not these animatronics.
Like Star Trek and stuff, like all those, like, the
Yeah, I'll be
quality,
like,
like I
oof.
get it.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, it's kind of camp.
For sure. And you just, like, and it is what it is. Like, that's what it was back then.
Absolutely.
So it's fine.
And I love it for that. The next hot take is, if comedy can only be funny when it offends people, it's not comedy, it's bullying. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Why are some sticks just like dragging women? You know? You're like, well,
But what if it is funny? Like, then what?
because they said can only, like strictly, like
Like the thing that makes it funny is that it's offensive if that's all it has.
yeah, like this is only giving comedy because it's only offensive, just in every single way.
Like, because it's just one thing. It's one thing to be like, I agree with what you're saying, that whatever is offensive, so I'm going to laugh because I agree. Or maybe it really is
I
just
think
funny.
Joe Coy is a good example of this. I forget what award show it was, but the one where he went on about Oppenheimer and was just shitting on Barbie. Where he was like, the jokes were at the expense of, and on top of that, they weren't funny, but he felt like they were, and that the audience should laugh. And he was visibly angry with the audience and the writing team he had when it didn't land and when he wasn't received in the way he wanted to be perceived.
You know what
you're
I'm-
just a bully.
But you know what I'm thinking about, though? In the context of, like, what this is saying is,
Drag
like,
race.
kind of like reading,
Yeah.
right? Like reading each other, but also like roast. Like, that is... Most of that stuff that they're saying is offensive, but it's funny because it's true.
Absolutely. And
So
in a
I'm
roast, for sure, and a roast would be hysterical as long as that person who's providing that roast can give us other material.
And also,
Right, but that's
the
not. I don't think
setting.
that's what this person is even saying, though. They're saying if the joke is offensive, it's not comedy, it's bullying.
No, they're
Or
saying
is it if comedy? Let me read it again. If comedy can only be funny when it
be,
offends
I see.
people, then it's not comedy.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because offending people is comedy. I know that is a category.
Right.
We're just saying all of
We're
it.
just-
Like, you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
go, girl, give us something else. Oh, you're just rude.
Oh, you're just an got it.
Copy that.
Right. Okay, I'm here. I'm just here for the conversation. You know, I don't feel.
Yeah,
please, no bullying.
I know,
that
and I
makes
know
sense.
there are people out there asking and wondering. So thank you for
Right.
asking the hard hitting questions.
You're welcome.
Ms. Riayn, you are up next.
Elizabeth Michelson says it's cringy for people to rely on caffeine.
Okay.
I don't know if cringy is the word you're looking for, but
Yeah, I don't think cringy.
I actually kind of like, I don't know if I fully agree, but it's giving that same thing of I didn't get any sleep last night. Like those kind of conversations you end
like,
up having a lot
I
at like
haven't had
school
my
or
coffee
whatever.
yet.
Well, that, but it's also giving like, well, I just didn't sleep. Like it's a competition of who's more tired. And it can get there really fast, and that's immediately what I thought of. But like, obviously, that's not what was being said.
No, but maybe that's tea. Maybe it's the people that are like, oh, don't talk to me. I haven't had coffee yet type of people.
Don't talk to me till I finish my first cup or whatever. Because if you do have to actually rely on it, I think that's actually a problem. You know, like that's not cringy. That's like, oh, maybe we should find a healthier alternative.
Maybe this is like, I think it's cringy for people to like be like, caffeine, I need my caffeine. I can't do anything without caffeine. Like
Caffeine
and
first.
just being like annoying about
and
it.
making caffeine their personality.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
maybe that's what it is, because that's what this is maybe giving.
Well, it's also a little concerning. Have you guys seen that study in like most basic psychology classes? They'll show you the study done on spiders with different stimulants and substances, and the one with caffeine. I'll put a picture of it on screen. Is bonkers.
I mean, I believe it.
This is crazy.
Caffeine is crazy.
With spiders? Me, please, please. I don't want to be anywhere near spiders to begin with. And then with caffeine in the mix,
spiders on caffeine.
Jumping?
No, but it's showing how it disrupts or whatever it does to their web spinning abilities and like how they make their webs.
Right.
They spin
So they
themselves
have
in
like
the web.
the control variable and they go on. It's Fascinating.
Oh my gosh.
Don't look at it if you don't like spiders, though. Please.
Dude.
Please don't.
What are we talking about?
All right, let's do a little pot stir. This person believes that their hot take is High School Musical is overrated.
Oh.
And you know what? I agree.
Oh.
Like, you know, like I love High School Musical and like I get it, but also I'm not going to lie to you. It's like not great. So yeah, it kind of is overrated.
You know what? Say that to Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree.
Yeah, that's fine. Please.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree. Because here's the thing. I would agree with that statement if people were like, this is the best movie of all time. Literally, no one is saying that. No one is saying that. I've never said that. I don't believe this to even be really actually a good movie. But overrated? I think it did what it needed to do. For Disney. And for me. So maybe I'm just taking this personally. Okay, well, this is on the same Disney Channel train. This one says, I rewatched it recently and I'm sad to say that Cadet Kelly was really not that good. And you know what? You're right. You're right.
One Girl Revolution.
It's not.
The scene was Ms. Hilary Duff and Christine Carlson Morano.
Hot.
In the scene. You know what I'm talking about when they were like,
yeah, doing all that. And then she gets up in her face. Crazy.
that's why we were there.
But
okay?
you know what? I'm not actually. Ooh, this might be a hot take.
What?
I don't think that like with the off like two movies, I don't really think any of the Hilary Duff movies were like good.
They were good when we watched it. It's like that one, Raise Your Voice, where she's like, but like it's like the Camp Rock effect where watching it we were like, whoa, this is crazy.
We were like,
and it's like, no.
Yikes.
All right. Up next we have hating Taylor Swift doesn't make you cooler or interesting. I agree. Is anyone hating her to be cooler or interesting?
Hope not.
I don't think so.
I think that people think that if you hate her, you're just hating her because everyone loves her.
I think that with a popular artist like that, it really gets into the territory of like, it's either you do or you don't. And it's like,
And if you don't, it's just because you want to like
yeah, and
be
it's like
different or whatever.
Just because I don't consume her music doesn't mean I think I'm any cooler or better. It's like I just don't listen to her, and that's okay. And also liking someone or a band or whatever doesn't make you
doesn't
cooler.
make you interesting.
So I don't think either disliking or liking an artist makes you cooler. Or it's just an interest. And if you want to make that like a part of your gig and something you always talk about with other people, I love that.
Period.
You're spreading something about that like you love and you are passionate about.
Agree.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
I agree.
Agree. And I agree. What did Drake say? She said, I'm obsessed with thick women and I agree.
And I agree.
Oh my God.
What? Oh my God, I want to know what it says.
Katie Jane said, life is short. F*** your coworkers.
When I was pulling these, I was drinking a cup of tea and I actually spit took.
Right.
Hot take.
candor.
Hot take.
Piping hot.
But also, I agree. I agree.
She said, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Your coworker.
It's just a coworker, girl. Who cares? You can get a new job. Hell yeah.
I know. I think that we're your hype girls to support you in doing whatever you want to do. Like, truly, because we are the girls that stand by, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So do whatever you love. Stand by what you love.
Life is short.
But do understand that there are consequences.
Yeah, there are consequences for everything you do.
But there will be a consequence potentially. Maybe there's not. I don't know. Maybe you guys run off into the sunset. Huh?
I know. Only one way to find out.
Next one we have up. Taco John's is supreme to Taco Bell.
What is Taco John's?
I'm Googling.
Taco.
We don't have a Taco John's. I don't know what that is.
I don't know him.
Papa John's?
Is supreme to Taco Bell. Look, I like Taco Bell, but I've never had Taco John's, but I'm definitely excited to meet him.
It's literally Taco Bell and Papa John's have a baby.
Riayn and I went to go see Grease, and we went all the way to San Bernardino, so there was a little bit of traffic that we hit, so we were planning on going to In-N-Out. The line was super long. You get it.
Always.
So we were like, all right, we have to go into a drive-thru like really quickly because the show is about to start quickly. Let's go, just go drive-thru. Del Taco was there. And I was like, well, I haven't had Del Taco in never.
Ever.
Like, I don't
literally
I
never.
Genuinely
ever.
Don't think I've had in years.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if I've ever had Del Taco. Like, that's the tea about Del Taco.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, well, it's all we got and it should be fine. I mean, let's just get a little
No, literally.
little taquito or something.
Yeah. bomb.
Tell me why Riayn and I were left being like, the quality of this meat was actually really good.
It was definitely better than
Taco Bell. I mean, look, Taco Bell, we love you, girl.
Well, no, we do. We absolutely do.
But like, let's not
as far as the meat goes,
right.
I was like, oh, this is chicken.
Right. But what they gave us was quality meat. I was like,
quality. And
did we go to?
And you know what? And as it should be, because we were sitting actually in that drive-thru with no one in it for like 35 minutes. So that is true.
I don't know what was happening. We were like going forward and backward and
there
forward.
was no one in the line also, so I don't know what was going on there. And not relevant. Okay, what's Taco John's?
It just looks like a chain that's throughout the United States, and I don't think we have it here in California. Let me double check.
Well, that's a bummer. And if I ever do cross a Taco John, I will be going. Yeah, if you guys have a Taco John near you, can you let us know what to get? Because we've never had Taco John, but if we do say a Taco John, we will stop by.
And also let us know if Taco John is equivalent to Taco Bell. Like, is it the same? It's like Hardee's and Carl's Jr. type vibe. Like that's the same.
Like, will there be a Crunchwrap Supreme alternative?
Next one from Velvet Danger. Being married has the best sex out of all the stages. Wouldn't know, so I hope so.
I'm sure it does.
Maybe.
But
also,
I was gonna say
maybe
thank you for letting us know. Thank you for letting us know
that you're having great married sex.
I love that.
I love that for you. Because I feel like that's not what we hear a lot of the times. Like, we kind of hear when people get married, they have a lot of sex at the beginning and then they have no sex.
I know.
You know?
I'm really
like
interested.
They just, like, don't really have like a sex life like that anymore.
Right.
Because like life happens and like, you know,
and it's
a lot of it has to do with like people like having kids and being busy and like shit going on, and then there's like no time for sex. You're like, I'd rather sleep.
Right. You're like, I'm exhausted.
Okay, this one says, I am so over everybody versus millennials. Like, let us live. The world's gonna end anyway. Agree. Leave me alone. You're mad because I don't want to work a 9 to 5 until the day I die. Bye. The world is literally going to explode in 30 years. Let me just post my TikToks and go.
It's like boomers versus millennials versus millennials, and all that stuff.
Gen Z
and
versus I'm like, you guys.
Listen, millennials and zillennials, we need to band up together to fight against the boomers. Just kidding. That's not what we're here to do, you guys. Like, oh my God.
I am here. What is it for? A good time, not a long time.
It's literally not versus this. Like, we're so silly, and like
we're just here. We're all just people. Please.
And I am small. I am
small. I have no money, so you can imagine the kind of stress I'm under. Okay.
And we see you, and we love you, and thank you
see me. Please.
Riayn wants to just be seen. All right. Up next hot take is Leo DiCaprio is fucking weird. Anyone who only dates 25-year-olds is creepy. Agree.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a universal take. I feel like we all kind of feel that way.
Yeah, Leo DiCaprio was giving, and then he kept growing and kept going for younger girls, and then it just
Leonardo.
Yeah, Leonardo, por favor.
You weird, but also he had a fucked up childhood too, and so he's been here forever, and it's just a tragedy, and it's just
and people who have been hurt,
and we are not excusing this man, but
no,
it's just a lot.
I know.
Okay, next one. Travelin' Tiffy says, I don't want to be a boss babe. I would love for my husband to do all the thinking for the both of us. And you know what? Period. Because I've done enough thinking.
I've seen enough. Thinking. I've thought enough.
I'm good.
I have thought. I have seen enough. Let's just do what the men want to do. Just like, lead us, I guess.
They're going to do it anyway. I'm just here to be pretty, please. I don't want to use my head. You're not listening to me anyway.
I'm just a girl. Hot take. I don't like espresso martinis. Yeah, girl.
That's fair.
That's super fair and not for everyone. They are super strong and they will kick you in the face. And if you are not into espresso...
Yeah, like it has a strong coffee taste and a strong alcohol taste. And if you don't fuck with that, it is not.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to have like a good espresso martini. I don't find that like every single one hits, like because they'll always do like too much espresso. It's not
too
like
much vodka. Yeah.
You got to find like a good one, and you're like, ooh,
this is tasty.
It's nice. This is like milky.
This is nice. That's what that was getting.
And yep, that's liquor.
Yeah, but also be careful with the espresso martinis because obviously it is still giving coffee, and you will be on the toity.
And your head.
And you'll be lit.
So drink some water.
You'll be lit and you'll be on the toilet. LOL.
Drink some water.
Okay. Next hot take is from Megan Kyla. Oat milk is not it. Kinda.
I agree. And I
agree and I
milk.
disagree.
I agree and I disagree.
Yeah.
I drink oat milk. I
too.
don't drink regular milk, but I hate oat milk in my coffee. It's like, I'll just rather take the full milk and take a tummy ache.
Right.
I've only found one oat milk that I like in a hot beverage, like tea or coffee or whatever.
What is it?
It's the Chobani.
Wow.
It's the Chobani extra creamy. Oh. I'll put a little picture up here.
Chobani.
Extra creamy.
It's good. I normally get it at Target. But it's the extra creamy because they have a regular one that's like yellow packaging and it doesn't hit the same.
Dude, water.
But like I'll drink it with like milk and cookies. Like I'll drink it as milk.
Copy that.
Too, and it doesn't give that like it's not gross.
Thank you, Chobani, because currently
Extra
I'm
creamy.
currently on Oatly, and I do love Oatly as when I'm doing regular milk stuff, but not in my coffee. Not as much.
I agree. I agree and I disagree. And honestly, if I could, I would do almond milk. Like that would be my milk of choice, but I am allergic to almonds, so I don't get to participate.
Boo.
I can't have cashew milk either, and I want to do that too, but I literally
Or
cannot.
macadamia.
Nope, can't have that either. It's literally oat or real cow's milk.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I guess it's giving oat.
Milk the oat, please.
Yeah. Milk those oats.
Next hot take, we have Costco doesn't always have the best price. It can be a money pit. Yeah, because every time I go, it's like $300, please. And I'm like, I thought we just got toilet paper and some LaCroix. Right. No. We are not getting the frozen little pancakes.
Right. Not the frozen pancakes.
You are so right, girl. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Next hot take from Julie. She says, sitting by a campfire is boring. Either too hot or too cold, and the fumes are in your face and they're awful. Honestly, I've never thought about it like that.
Girl, I kind of see you a little bit.
I know, that's kind of tea.
And I hate when the wind is starting to blow the fire this way and you're always like, oh my God, and then my hair starts smelling all smoky.
That's the true delusion going home after like a bonfire and being like, I don't need to shower. And then you're like, I cannot make my bed smell like this.
No,
Oh my gosh.
and there's sand and yeah. Well, I guess that's specific to beach bonfires.
It's true.
But
Yeah, perhaps. And also, I think that you're right. Maybe just like sitting at a bonfire isn't fun, but that's when I would probably bring out the activities like, let's do s'mores because now we have a snack, a little bit fun.
yeah, I feel like it's more of like the activities around the campfire that make it fun. But you're right. Just sitting there and like trying to have a conversation is probably
Yeah.
rough. Like,
yeah,
not
and
the
either
tea.
too hot, too cold. I actually
That's
feel
tea.
that because my body temperature is also very like I'm either so hot or I'm so cold. So
Right.
like
Well, and then when you're so cold, I feel like especially you, P, because you have so much hair, sitting too close to the fire when it's like sparking and stuff, you're like, I'm not doing this.
yes.
And then the wind starts blowing and the flames start going, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love a fire. But I do love
I know,
a
but I
campfire
do like
moment.
the vibe.
Yeah,
well,
I
the
do
vibe.
like the vibe.
It's maybe not really about the.
Yeah,
the
maybe we got to get around a
bonfire.
campfire with a different group of people. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
maybe
about
it's
who
the
you're
company.
around. Yeah, maybe it's the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also see the temperature. Maybe bring a jacket and step back.
Yeah. The fumes, wear a mask.
Next hot take. Disneyland is not as amazing as everyone makes it out to be. Sorry, Sierra, I love you so much.
Oof. I agree and I disagree.
Yeah.
Like, the Disney lore is strong and I'm here for it and like absolutely. But also going to Disneyland is like a moment. Like
Yeah.
it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And-
go ahead. No, please.
I think that also, like you're saying, like, is make it out what people make it to be. Because people do make Disneyland out to be like this magical
Yeah.
and
Most amazing
the
place
most
ever.
amazing. And yes, there is that blissful energy when you enter that park. But I'm also not going to lie to you and be like, when you go to Disneyland and it's a hot ass day and there's long ass lines, like, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm having a good time, but like, no,
But, like,
it's not as hype.
It's hot and I'm walking around
And it's
there's
not as hype when I have to wait
so many children and a lot of them are crying. And
3
we're all-
hours?
yeah, it's a lot.
3 hours. No, it's not as hyped as I'd made to be. They cut that part out in the Disneyland commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so
Yeah,
you have to make the
yeah.
magic out of it. And that's why I think that the people that don't get it, because you really have to sell yourself on it. Like when you go, before you get there, you're like hyping yourself like this is Disneyland, and
Yeah.
whatever you feed yourself into your mind,
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna believe and see. So if you're like, oh, it's just so hot and I'm a bunch of lines and everything's so expensive, yeah, no, it's not gonna be as magical. If you're like, oh my gosh, look at the bubbles and the balloons, like you're looking at other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I also
So-
think just like to mentally prepare too. Like I know that when I'm going to Disneyland, I'm gonna be here all day. It's gonna be hot as They're like, I know what I'm doing. And so the best thing I can do is just prepare for that.
And let's not lie,
is
Disney
not me.
has the opportunity to use your childhood and those emotions that you felt
Totally.
to play on them in the parades, in those moments during the fireworks. So yeah, at the end of the day, when you leave that park, you have just been presented with the most beautiful fireworks stuff and like clips of your favorite Disney movies that shaped you and you're there with your family.
Right.
Yeah, you can look into this and you've been saving for this trip like for a long time or something like it's just really what you make it out to be. And
I also
your
think
mental.
that that's the thing too, though, about Disney being a little overrated is that it is so expensive and people do save up so much money to finally get to go to Disneyland and it's crowded as fuck and it's hot as shit and your kids are crying and you're just like, this is supposed to be, because it's a chaotic place. Like, let's not act like it's not literally the most chaotic place to be in.
And I'm saying, without me even having kids, imagine having me to like
And you gotta
maneuver
watch
a poor
and
little
there's-
toddler.
So
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
so it's like there is a lot that people who do love Disneyland like don't talk about like the stressfulness of it, but just like we're saying, like it's all about how you make it. I mean, like you have to mentally prepare yourself just like you mentally prepare yourself to go to the airport.
However you set up the expectation, if you were like, I want this and like I expect it to be this,
Yeah.
but if you put your like the bar,
If you're like, it's gonna be crazy, but it's okay because Disney, you know,
expectations can literally alter your life. Like
it literally can alter your
your reality. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
totally. Okay, Justine's hot take is weekday concerts should start before 8 p.m. Cry face. Agree, bro. It's a Wednesday. The concert starting at 10 p.m. No, not it. Not
oh
it.
my goodness, please stop making stuff start after 7 o'clock. Just in general during the week.
Dude.
I have to be home at a
we
reasonable
know
time.
it's Tuesday, brother. Like, come on.
I know. Like,
I need
please.
to please.
And you know what? Maybe that's just
And that's on us being old and having to go to bed.
Yeah, and I need my sleep, and I would much rather the event start earlier. Like, I'm down to
Right.
still party, but I do appreciate getting home at a reasonable time. Like, I
Yeah.
think that is becoming.
I
such
feel
a
like the
thing.
earlier we start, the longer I can party, though.
Yeah.
Like, if we start later, then I have to be done. Like, I gotta go home.
I am always pitching a day fade. I'm like, what if we
I know,
meet
let's
up
catch
at
the day fade.
noon? Because
Yeah.
then.
We can ride it.
And then sleep and then wake up no hangover. That's what I'm trying to avoid
Yeah.
is like the drinking into the night because that's when it starts getting
starting
dicey.
to drink at 10 p.m. to go to a concert and do this so that it's giving 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
I can't.
Bye.
It's not as fun for me anymore. And I understand what
yeah.
it's like back in the day when you did not get tired. Like this morning, I got up off an air mattress and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, you know, after the slumber party. And then I looked at her little sister and she was like, oh, I slept fine. And she slept
On
like
the ground.
On the ground. Like,
on like couch cushions.
okay, so she was not
She was
sleeping
like,
well.
hey guys, I'll be and I was like,
I was
are you
like-
okay? And she's like, yeah.
And
I was like, oh, okay.
I felt like such a parent being like, you guys slept fine?
Yeah,
Oh my
literally.
gosh, yeah. And here is our last hot take to round out this episode. We have it from Allie. In-N-Out is bad. The fries are usually cold. The burgers are nothing special. Yes, I live in California. All right. And you know what?
That's fair.
I that's super fair because the fries are usually cold. Yes, they are because they are so darn fresh that if you don't eat those fries right then and there, they are gonna be cold and they are not good. I agree. They kind of give cardboard. Except for the burgers, I really just love the freshness of it and like the onions. And I think that no other burger gives me like the onions how I want it. And
Me too.
The lettuce.
the lettuce is so crispy
I know.
and the bun's so
I
soft
do
and I love how they
love it.
toast it. So I am an In-N-Out girly pop, but those
too.
fries, we could really work on that.
Well,
truly.
they just need to put preservatives in it. Like, they just can't
yes,
be,
it's
you know what
too-
I'm saying?
that's
Like,
the
it's
thing.
just a potato cut. That's all it is.
And it's so healthy. It doesn't taste as good as like a McDonald's French fry because the McDonald's French fry is fake and an
Right.
In-N-Out one is real. And that is our truth.
And then but it, just like you said, that's why it goes bad because there's nothing keeping it together.
Yeah.
They literally, have you seen them make the fries?
Yeah,
they
literally.
put the potato under the thing. They go like that, and then they put it in the fryer. Like, that's literally what it is.
And I do love how you can see them like cutting it because I think that's what they lean into. It's like it's the freshness
fresh.
and it's like on the healthier, I guess. Which, by the way, I do think the price on the menu on In-N-Out is starting to
going
reach
up.
double digits now. I know, dude.
No.
So,
Oh no! But also, of course,
I know
the cost of living, the
Is
cost
going
of
up.
things is just rising higher and higher.
I am small.
I have no money. You can imagine the kind of stress I'm under. Please.
And we're just trying to make it through our 20s.
We are.
You know, and we're just learning along the way.
I know. Just like In-N-Out. Just like In and Out.
Well, I think that these hot takes really brought the hot. I really was like,
Yes.
that was a hot take, you guys.
You know what I want to do? Sorry, I literally just cut
please.
you off, but I thought about it.
Go.
I want to do, I know we're going to do like a wedding hot take, but maybe we should make it like a relationship hot take.
Oh, dude, I love talking about relationships.
Relationships,
Let's talk
all
about
of them.
boyfriends,
Friendships, girlfriends,
exes.
boyfriends.
I love it.
Husbands, all.
Would you guys be interested
BFF
to hear?
hot takes.
Yeah, would you guys be interested to hear us
Wait.
talk about
Is a BFF
relationships?
hot take? Sorry. Sorry, I'm just saying.
You
so
were going a worm over here.
I know, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, just letting us know if you would be interested in a hot take episode of us doing something about relationships or bestie.
Relationships.
Relationship-
That's all of it. That's
yeah.
best friends. That's coworkers. That's girlfriends, boyfriend. Like that's any relationship.
Let us know what you want.
Thank you guys so much to everyone who submitted. These were fantastic. And you guys sent so many that we didn't even get to read them all. So because of that, we are going to be putting these on our Instagram stories so that we all can participate. And we'll do a little poll so you can say whether this is a hot take or not, if you agree or disagree.
So make sure to follow us on Instagram. And if you are on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.